I know. That's the only reason I know this movie.
If you honestly get offended by this, sit with your Marlene me and stick with your PG movies, I guess.
That is Robert Downey Jr. There's a belief online that Gen Z can't take a joke, so I showed them clips from several comedy classics, including some of the most controversial scenes, and I listened to what they had to say. What do you think of when you think of 2000s comedies?
Adam Sandler. Will Ferrell.
I was gonna say the exact same thing.
Mean Girls?
A lot of like very cliches.
Dodgeball, Wedding Crashers.
What is your favorite comedy movie of all time?
Blades of Glory.
Step Brothers.
Mr. Deeds.
Anything with Jonah Hill.
Coming to America is great.
I've watched Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Can comedy ever go too far?
If you don't figure out the correct audience.
If somebody's hurting from your comedy and you're still going, you're just bullying.
If you are just masking it, like, oh, I was joking, like, that's not funny.
I think comedy itself can't, but people can take it that way.
The audience enjoys it and understand that it's all jokes, then I feel like the comedy's okay.
There were times when I was doing Jack that I actually felt like really retarded.
That's the other guy is that guy that plays Iron Man, but he's pretending he's black. I know. That's the only reason I know this movie.
When I was playing the character.
When you was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, as Jack, definitely.
Yeah, but he charmed the pants off next to him and won a ping pong competition.
That's
that ain't you went full man. Never go full.
So that movie was
Tropic Thunder, the infamous Tropic Thunder.
I think it's like Tropic Thunder.
Do you know who the two actors in the scene are?
Ben Stiller for sure. But I don't know who that is.
I probably do, but not by name.
Yeah, he looks familiar, but I can't. I just know that's Robert Downey Jr.
That is Robert Downey Jr.
No.
Yes, so there. That is Robert Downey Jr.
Oh wow. I've heard of this. Yeah.
So this was probably in his earlier years then?
No, this was 09. I think 09, 08. I mean, he goes back to the 80s.
I can see the face.
I can see
now.
it now, but the skin color.
Yeah, so that's a couple of things. This very controversial movie, very controversial role. So Robert Downey Jr. is playing an actor who is in blackface, obviously. Are you familiar with what he looks like? Yeah. Oh, you don't know what he looks like? I will show you a picture of him.
Oh no! I do know him.
The character that Robert Downey Jr. is playing in this movie is a method actor who takes method acting to the extreme. He gets a skin pigmentation surgery to be black because he wants to play a black character. That is why Robert Downey Jr. looks like that in this movie. And it's gotten a ton of controversy, and I'm just curious your thoughts on that.
But some people hear that a lot, and it's not funny to the people that hear that a lot.
I think it's fine because obviously they're making fun of the entire industry as a whole. They're not just making fun of singular black people and then just white people are being uplifted. They're making fun of everything. So just because you can't just look at this one thing and be like, they're not. It's like a similar example. This is weird. Resident Evil 5 was under heat because they went to an African village and those were zombified. But they didn't care when they were in I think it was Italian or French village in Resident Evil 4 who were then zombified. So in my opinion, as long as you're just going all of it, I don't care. They're making fun of everything, again, with the method acting.
That word is not okay now. So I'm like, obviously, that's the bun of the joke. They said it 100 times. I was not expecting that not to be a black man.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I think at that time, the time it was filmed, that was funny because he did it so well.
I know.
And there's
Like,
something
it's not
but
funny.
It's like they said it so many times on purpose, like in the script. Like I feel like it was very intentional.
I was more surprised by them constantly using the R word.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
over
I
and
was
over
more
again.
like honed in on. The time this movie came out would have been when I was in like 5th grade, and that was a very popular, like, kids my age started using the R word or as an insult or gay as an insult. So like that's probably like what solidifies this in that time frame of like that was like an okay thing to say, but maybe not quite okay, but like common.
It doesn't seem like the intention was distasteful when they came up with it, but now looking back, yeah, it didn't age well.
Yeah.
Ben Stiller, obviously he's starring in it. He wrote and directed it as well. and he's been very firm on not apologizing for the movie.
Clearly this scene, and then with all the context, like, they meant for it to be offensive, and I don't know how I feel about, like, making a movie being
shock
like,
humor, the
oh,
movie.
people are gonna, like, get offended by this. Like, I don't find that very
That's
funny.
such middle school boy humor.
I think he has zero things to apologize for. And then RDJ, I think he has zero things to apologize for. And guess what? It turned out he's the highest paying actor of all time right now with Avengers Doomsday.
It ain't gonna kill him to apologize.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I get that you thought it was funny, and it was funny, especially for that time. But now knowing how people feel about it, and how the word itself is inappropriate, you could just say, yeah, I'm sorry, that wasn't my intention. And go about your day.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it is a little bit arrogant and a little insensitive that he's refusing not to, you know, at least acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But I do understand, like, he's probably proud of the art he created or something like that.
And I think it's okay because it was more satirical and criticizing, I guess, overusing method acting to a certain extent.
If you honestly get offended by this, sit with your Marley and me, and I stick with your PG movies, I guess.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on the scene?
I'm gonna go 2 thumbs down.
I would do 3 if I could.
I'm like in the middle.
Definite thumbs up. I think there's still better scenes, more iconic scenes, but I mean, it's still a definite thumbs up.
Perhaps you could help me with my studies. I have ballet practice. I could change clothes at your place.
Broadcaster over the internet?
Rashida, if you don't do assault, you're less of a man.
I guess I have to.
That's insane, bro. That's insane.
Actually crazy.
On that old ass computer too.
Bro.
You know that was hard to set up.
He spent time on that.
It's my computer and I want to use it.
No, this is a worst case scenario.
Oh, to his friend's house to watch the feed.
No.
He would.
Bro, he so would.
And she takes her vitamins.
There is a gorgeous woman on my bed. Go over there and ask her if she needs an extra hand. That's stupid, Kev.
Oh, wow.
She's bored.
Oh, wow. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh. Oh.
Again?
Not again.
See, this is crazy. Also, like, he knows his friends are watching.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
I mean, that's gotta be American Pie.
Yes.
I haven't seen it yet, but I mean, that's gotta be it.
American Pie.
Yeah.
It's called American Pie.
Oh, I've heard of that.
It was.
I had no idea that's what this was.
I think the build-up wasn't the funniest.
Jim is the name of my, my boss's dad, so it was a family business. I had heard when I was working there that American Pie was written about Jim and his friends, and the writer was one of those friends.
TV shows and movies nowadays also have a very similar basis where it's like, oh, you're trying to do this before this huge milestone, especially in the teenagers.
Jason Biggs, the main guy in the scene, speaking on it recently, said you could never do that kind of scene ever again. Shannon Elizabeth, the main girl in the scene, said that she has no regrets and that she was very happy to get the role, so happy that she would have done it for free.
Might be a little concerning, considering even though they are 18, they are still very young. And like as an 18-year-old myself, this situation is honestly kind of objectifies the woman.
But like I was assaulting her by watching this movie.
I was like, I shouldn't be watching.
I know, like I was putting my face out like for like the whole bush is getting undressed.
I don't think a lot of people, especially parents, understood like what webcams were and what they could do. So I think this kind of scene was like, oh, actually you need to be aware of webcams in rooms. Like I think maybe that taught people like to be more careful.
I'm looking at that knowing that's how these guys look at us as women and how they think of women. Mm-hmm. And it's just like makes me feel so disgusting inside. We're two women of color sitting here watching this, so I think it's like very clear to us like who these movies are made for and the audience they're made for. Mm-hmm. And it felt very overarching that it wasn't like for us.
I mean, I feel like it was lighthearted. It was funny. There's nothing wrong with it in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was okay with it. Yeah, I think it was a funny scene, and like that speaks to a lot of people's like teenage experiences.
I think it couldn't get made today.
I agree.
Definitely during the late 10s, like 18, 19, and then, you know, early 20s, you definitely could not get away with it. But now, I mean, the mid 20s, I think you can definitely get away with things like this.
You're supposed to be able to put yourself in his shoes, but that woman is not a real woman. Like, she does not exist.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on the scene?
That was a good one.
Buongiorno.
I know this movie.
You know this one.
Just
Scusi.
Went from seat to scusi.
Okay.
What? Big tunnel.
That's sick.
What movie was that?
I don't even have a
Bro, I
guess for
want to
this
check
one.
this wall because
Right.
that's everything.
You might get a context clue.
EuroTrip.
Yes, it is. It is EuroTrip. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, that was EuroTrip and Miss Guzzi. Overall, I mean, I think it's a funny scene.
When I first saw his face, I thought it was like Borat or something.
That's funny. It is EuroTrip.
Oh, I've heard of that, yeah.
It's a movie about a guy who has a pen pal from Germany who he thinks is a guy that is hitting on him. And so he blocks him, and she has a unisex name. And so he goes to Germany to try to track her down and say that he made a mistake and that he's in love with her.
find out that it was a girl.
Because his little brother took Intro to German and knew that the name was, it looks masculine in English, but is actually a feminine name.
Is this the main character?
No, that's some creep.
I feel like this would not be made today, though. It's like everyone would think they're like promoting pedophilia and stuff because they're like teens and that's like an old ass guy.
Yeah.
I like the cigarette civilization part. Like, they didn't say what happened, but we know what happened from that.
Yeah.
All right, how else can we get alcohol?
Yo, guys, what's up? And I got it. It's flawless. Check it.
Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
All right, that's good. It's hard to trace, I guess.
The rainbow.
McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Okay, so what's it gonna be?
I am McLovin.
What movie was that?
That was Project X. I know that one. I think that was
Not Project X. I do love the confidence, though.
Thought so.
Couldn't tell you.
McLovin.
Probably.
Yeah, that's our guess.
No, but
I don't know.
I don't know what movie, but I have seen this scene before.
have you seen the scene? Interesting. Okay, that was Superbad.
First off, Muhammad's the first name, so I don't understand how first name versus last name. It's just there's so many levels of stupidity that it is funny because this is how high schoolers act. They don't know. They don't have much brain to really any thought whatsoever.
Is this something that is that you think is still relevant today?
Yeah, it's funny because, like, you know, the horror stories about a bad fake ID, like,
Yeah.
and that's the worst you could get.
Yeah. I feel like I always heard about people getting fake IDs, but I never saw the process. I never saw one in real life, but I do know about it. So yeah, it seems like a classic joke.
It's quite funny because it's so his composition of a character, McLovin from Hawaii, is so out there compared to what people normally try to do.
And then thumbs up or thumbs down on the scene?
Thumbs up for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. It's a comedy classic.
I'll give it like medium.
I liked it. I think it was funny.
Bro.
This is intense.
For Christ's sake, make a move and stick with it, would you?
Period.
King me.
Son of a bitch! You lousy, cheating little shit!
Wanna play again?
What movie was that?
Ooh,
I have no idea.
that's a good question. I've never seen that movie.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Oh, that was Bad Santa Part 1.
The movie follows a mall Santa and uses it as a ploy to rob department stores over the holidays. And he has this plan to pull off this big heist, but everything gets thrown for a whirl when he runs into that troubled kid and learns that he doesn't have any adult supervision, and he takes him under his wing.
That's cute.
That is really sweet. It's like Home Alone, but
It's like,
wait,
how is that like Home Alone?
it's like a child that's unsupervised.
It sounds really familiar to Home Alone, almost.
Yeah,
Seems
that
funny.
does sound like a good movie.
Yeah.
Like a classic.
And Bad Santa was never my personal favorite. I know a lot of people love it, but I mean, it's still a funny scene. I always like kids and rated R films.
Yeah.
That's always a great thing.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on the scene?
That was a
funny.
thumbs up. That was a good scene.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. It was
Thumbs
funny.
Sorry, your seatbelt seems to be broken. What do you recommend I do?
I recommend you stop being such a
You're in the back.
The punchline's like, just don't wear a seatbelt, means you're soft. I don't think it's particularly funny. I don't think the setup is very good.
That movie was...
Who can say?
Taxi.
What is it?
I just guessed.
It's not Taxi.
No clue.
No clue.
Old school. I'm not playing this just to be controversial or whatever. This is a very common kind of joke from Todd Phillips. He also directed the Hangover trilogy. He directed Road Trip, Starsky and Hutch, Due Date. He went on to make The Joker. You're familiar? So he was asked, why did you do that? Why did you move on to The Joker when you made all of these comedies that were highly popular? And I want to read what his response was as it relates to what you just saw. He said, "Go try to be funny nowadays with this woke culture. There were articles written about why comedies don't work anymore. I'll tell you why. Because all the fucking funny guys are like, F this shit because I don't want to offend you." I'm curious what your thoughts are on that, or just like the clip in general.
I think he hasn't matured past the age of 13, and that's okay for us to admit.
So at that time when he said that, I do believe that was very true.
The stuff was funny. It was funny. But again, the times has changed.
Yeah.
So you got to adapt. If you're funny, if you're talented, if you can write, you want to keep writing classics, you can't be scared to learn new jokes.
Because I think using words like that to like discuss issues, like comment on social issues and things like that, I think that's like totally fine.
Good comedy still pushes that, and you can still be funny like in different ways.
I feel like there are ways that he could express this sentiment while still, pushing the boundaries and, making audiences laugh.
Cancel culture was very high. Very few comedy movies were coming out. I mean, they're still kind of barely coming out, but comedy culture has since reprised in independent media, social media influencers.
Yeah, I think I do agree with his statement, and the cancel culture nowadays is very limiting for comedians. However, the usage of, for example, this scene, I didn't think was particularly funny. It was more of just like a shock.
The difference between then and now is that we as consumers have a lot more access to the artists themselves, and so we see their personality as much as we can through social media and who they are as a person or what they represent. And so it's like, if we see that you don't represent malice, then your joke is funny.
Yeah.
I do think probably the Tropic Thunder one was the funniest for me personally.
Then McLovin.
Oh yeah, McLovin was funny.
I mean, it's just interesting to see how, like, even just in like 2 decades, how the thoughts on perceiving certain words and certain actions has changed so much.
I think the most shocking was the R word scene, like just how much they kept saying it.
I also understand that there are certain lines a lot of people have with their own personal experiences. Like if you have a bad thing, I can't understand why you think X, Y, and Z, that's bad. But if you want to take offense for other people, I think you're just kind of being too much, to be honest.
These movies are the ones that define comedy from this era. Like In the Bed with the Girl, and he's like, he can't really get it on very well. And
Yeah.
he's like, even though like he's kind of the butt of that joke, even when he's the butt of the joke, he's not the butt of the joke.
No.
Very kind of random, but this made me miss my older brothers.
Really?
My older brothers watched a lot of these type of movies. Like, I feel like the humor that we picked up growing up was based off these movies and some of our humor now, so it's kind of just gave me a lot of nostalgia.
I would like to see more movies like these come out in our media that was like hilarious, relatable, a little bit raunchy, but like, yeah, I would like to see what they how they take this and move forward with it.
And if you're curious how well Gen Z recognizes these comedy movies, I walked around my alma mater's campus and handed out $100 to anyone who could name these comedies. And you can check that video out here.